Hello, welcome to this Angling Direct product spotlight stroke review because, ta-da, it's on the Deeper Quest bait boat. And I've been using this boat now for a few months, so I think I'm qualified enough to give you my opinion. And obviously I'm going to run through some of the main features of this bait boat and a few tips I may add. So if you do buy this bait boat, you can put that into your own angling, fishing, and you'll get the best out of the boat. Now, let's get straight into the nitty gritty of it. This bait boat is the best bait boat I've ever used. Now, I've been carp fishing for a very long time, and I've used some of the even early bait boats like your Viper bait boats, Angling Techniques, and lots of other bait boats. And this, I'm not messing, this is the best bait boat. I thought I'd get out there straight away. Now, the bait boat comes in a handy rucksack because, let's face it, finding space for a bait boat on your barrow, it's not going to happen. There's no room. Now, my barrow is piled right up, so having the actual rucksack with your bait boat on your back means it frees up that barrow for all your normal tackle. It's really, really light. You can't feel it on your back, and it's easy to transport around the lake. Now, let's talk about the weight, as we're on the fact of weight. This, as you can see here, it's not my massive guns. It's only 4.8 kilos with the batteries. Now, that is really, really light, so you don't have to worry about that as well. Right, let's get into the nitty gritties and the main features of this boat. Now, it's made by Deeper, so you would expect it to have Deeper's famous chirp technology built in. And you're right, everyone's used the castable Deepers. They are so good, but say one of the main things which lets that down is the range. You get about sort of 100 yards on the castable Deepers, but when it's built into this bait boat here, you've got extended range because you've got the aerials and stuff, and actually will go out to 440 yards. Plenty enough range for any carp angler, I would say, especially in the UK. So that you don't have to worry about. But talking about the Sonar itself, obviously it connects to your phone. You've got a single-handed controller with the mount. You can see exactly what's underneath the bait boat as you're driving it out. It gives you all the ups and downs, it shows you weed, it even shows you the temperature of the water, and more importantly, it shows you arcs where the fish are, big balls of bait fish if you're using it for predator fishing. It is really, really handy feature to have, and honestly, once you've started using a bait boat with this sort of technology and sonar, then you're not going to want to use anything else. Not only that, you've got the GPS which is built into it. And this is where this bait boat really shines, because you've got built-in maps on the app which you download on your phone. You can download the lakes you're at. Some lakes have already been mapped out by Deeper bait boats, so it shows you all the contours of the lake. It's really, really good technology. And you can go out and you can actually map your swim, or if there's no one else on the lake, you can map the whole lake. So you can set your bait boat in as a little square on your phone, and it will map that square out for you and show you all the ups and downs. You can do the lakes in sections, and over time you can actually map out your whole lake. And with that, you can save points on, say, your swim or on the lake for places you've caught fish before, over the back of a gravel bar. You can save that as a spot, a fishing spot. So then whenever you come back to the lake, you can just put your bait boat in the water, hit spot 1, spot 2, spot 3, the boat drives itself out to that GPS marked spot, and then you can drop your rig. Now, that is technology that is definitely going to catch you more fish, and has done while I've been using the boat. As I just quickly touched on the controller, I've got it here, one-handed. You can drive it with one hand, you can hold your rod in your other hand, and you've got your phone mount on here, so you can connect your phone and you can see exactly what you're doing. You can actually buy an accessory which actually converts this to an iPad or a tablet, so you've actually got a bigger screen as well. Once you've dropped your bait, there's a little menu button on your phone. It's return to home, and the boat will then turn around and drive back to the home spot so you can set your rod. And the home spot, this is a little tip for you, is whenever you get your boat and you put it in the water for the first time on your swim, it sets that exact spot as your home spot. So a little tip is, don't set the boat where your rods are going to be, because the boat will drive back and wipe your rods out. Little tip for you as well. So yeah, home feature, absolute edge, and obviously the GPS taken out to the spots. You can do that at night time. You don't even have to see where the boat's going. Okay, so on the subject of lights, the boat has rear and front lights built in. You've got 4 little red lights at the back, and you've got 2 main beams at the front, so you can always know which way your boat's going at night. Also, there's a little sneaky stealth mode. So on the controller, you can hit stealth, it dims the lights or turns the lights off. It it downs the power of the bait boat, so you can creep up to sort of shallow spots or in the margins where the fish could be. It's a little sneaky stealth mode on the lights as well. So yeah, that's the lights, front and rear. Once you've dropped your bait, the rear lights flash green, knowing that you've dropped. And yeah, that's pretty much that on the lights. So the age-old question is, how much bait does the Deeper Quest hold? Now, it states it holds 2 kilos of bait, although looking at it, I would say it holds more, but you can't argue with the numbers. And you can spread that bait capacity over 2 front hoppers. It's actually got 3, but we'll get on that third one in a minute. The front 2 are individually droppable as well. So you can put your rig and bait in one and just trundle it out and drop it all as one, or you can load it both up with bait with a rig and drop it all as one. So it's up to you. But one little tip I would suggest, and this is coming from experience, one of my syndicates is very deep, up to about 40 foot, but I'm often fishing in about 30 foot of water, and believe it or not, I have caught lots of carp in said depth. And a little tip would be to put your rig in one hopper and bait in the other, because if you put rig and bait in one and you drop it with a tight line, so you're feeling that lead down, you are definitely pulling your rig away from your bait. Your bait's gonna drop and your rig's gonna drop like this and land probably a good, at that depth, a rod length away from your bait. So I put the rig in one hopper, I put the bait in the other side, and I'll drive up to the spot, and just as I'm basically on the spot where I want to be fishing, I'll drop the bait and then I'll drive a little bit forward and then I'll drop the rig on a tight line. So I know that rig will then drop down onto said spot. That is a great little tip. And the third hopper, as I briefly talked about a minute ago, is a little rear waterproof hopper, which you can put solid bags or any PVA items in. It's waterproof, and you can drive it out and drop that individually as well. Because let's face it, putting a solid bag in front hoppers of bait boats don't work. The water splashes up, soaks your solid bag, and by the time you get to a spot, you're just dropping a rig with a load of metal PVA around it. How long does this bait boat last? Now, from experience, it lasts plenty enough. You can go on a free 4-day trip and not have to worry about battery power. And that's because of the lithium batteries. And you have 2 batteries which are supplied with the bait boat. And they fit one either side of the boat underneath these waterproof sort of compartments here. It basically means that the bait boat is nice and stable because the 2 batteries, obviously, they weigh the same. You can charge them up through USB-C, so you can charge them up on the bank or at home. And as I say, 7 hours run time for a bait boat is longer than you think. That's actually 7 hours of time using it. And yeah, as I mentioned, a 4-day trip away, not a problem at all. Right, okay, so they are the main features of the bait boat, but a couple of small ones before I go. One is you get a handy little sort of like spares toolkit with the bag, in the bag I should say, which has got spare propellers in it. It's obviously twin propellered boat, got weed guards, but if for any need, you've got spares and you can fix it while on the bank. Now, not only that, you've got an active air vent system sort of built into the boat. A bit technical, I know, but if it feels like there's too much moisture in the boat, it will actually activate, the fans come on and it removes moisture in said boat. Now, they are the main features of the boat, plus a few little tips. And I really do believe this is probably the best bait boat that I have used. And if you're interested in having a look at this bait boat, either head into your local Angling Direct, or you can use our app, or go online and check it out for yourself. Tell you what, I'll leave a little link in the description so you can do just that.